Hello, everyone, and welcome to this moment as we get together to share the word of the Lord. We are reading the Gospel of Luke, and these days we are sharing the chapter 9. And today's chunk of the message for us is, once when Jesus was praying in solitude and the disciples were with him, he asked them, "Who do the crowd say that I am?" He asked them. They said in reply, "John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others, one of the ancient prophets has arisen." Then he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter said in reply, "The Christ of God." He rebuked them and directed them not to tell this to anyone. He said, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." And that is exactly with the food for the thought for today, for our hearts and our minds. First, the first question, who do the crowd say that I am? Those are the people that they come and go, they listen to Jesus today, maybe for weeks, nothing, and then every blue moon they pay attention to because he passes by. And so they do not have a clear image of who Jesus is. That is the reason why they are guessing. Some John the Baptist, some Elijah, some one of the ancient prophets. Then the second question comes about, but who do you say that I am? Then Peter gives the answer, the Christ of God. To be able to give that answer, you have to have two things important in your mind. Two. First one, receive the light of God the Father. Second, spend time with Jesus. And so today too, 2,000 years later, you and I, we are called to spend time with Jesus, to get to know him, not to guess and answer, but to be sure the things we are talking about. So the only way to get to know Jesus is to spend time with him. Spend time. You know, the King Herod was perplexed what he was listening and hearing about Jesus. But then one thing he said, he was sure about one thing because he's the one that commanded it. He did it. John, I beheaded. So it was kind of difficult for John to be John the Baptist. But then everything else that he heard, and he was curious to get to know Jesus. So it's not enough to be curious. It's necessary to take the steps to follow and to journey with him, and then we get to know him. And he got to know us. So today too, if Jesus passes by you and asks, "Who am I to you?" what are you going to say? I hope you have a beautiful answer that is a reflection of our life with the Lord. Not an opinion, but an expression of life. So the Lord be with you today and help you in this journey to journey with him.